All right, we are rolling. What up, everybody? Welcome to episode numero dos of Yabachaba'S extravagant MMA show. Currently, it's not so extravagant, as I previously stated. But you know what? We're working our way there. And when it becomes extravagant, I can't wait because it'll be so much fun. I'm having fun doing this right now, actually. So whoever's watching this, I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me. Humble beginnings, like I said. So let's get right into it. It's UFC 289, motherfuckers. Can't wait. Is it the greatest pay-per-view fucking, event of the year? No. But when's the last time a pay-per-view has fucking failed you, right? I mean, the only time I can remember a pay-per-view that was fucking caca was the fucking... it was the Holly Holm one. Holly Holm and the Iron Lady Jermaine Durandamy, yeah. That whole card was kind of caca. The Holly Holm fight with Jermaine was, was decent. But then there's kind of like the late punch after the bell. Holly got hurt. And then everybody thought Holly won, but Jermaine actually won. It was kind of a weird way to end the night. Kind of gave you like a weird taste in your mouth. And plus the whole card wasn't really that up to par either, which was kind of, crazy. And then even Dana was like, yeah, this was fucking shit, so. But besides that one, I can't really think of one. There was like the one with Anderson Silva and Damian Maia. I remember that one. That was a pay-per-view, I believe. That was fucking shit. But yeah, it's like there's like a handful you could think of that were shit, right? So I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be phenomenal. And do I have to say it? The man is on the card. The man, him. It's him. Charles, baby. Charles Duo Bronx Oliveira. He's back. I mean, that's all I care. That's the reason why I'm getting together with the boys fucking this weekend to watch my boy Charles fight. I can't wait. I already know that shit's going to be... His fight is going to have me like... I'm not going to be able to fucking breathe. I'm going to fucking like do CPR while I'm... like that shit... Dude, when he fights, it's just something's in the air when he fucking fights, man. Charles, that guy, he doesn't know how to be in a boring fight, that guy. I mean, his run at lightweight before running into fucking Islam was just insane. I mean, the guy was like on a fucking like 12-fight winning streak or some crazy shit. Like, I forgot like how many finishes in a row he had. It was like something crazy. He has the most finishes in UFC. He's a fucking animal. He's fucking Charles. Put some respect on his name. Anyways. So, yeah, this fucking fight card this weekend is going to be fucking tight. Real fucking tight. Not this even. It's fucking tight. Fucking real tight. Alright, so... I wrote down my little list of fights that I kind of want to talk about, break down. That's going to be kind of the premise of the show, is me kind of talking about the upcoming fights, me acting like a goofball, me kind of breaking them down on an analytical type of way. And, also give you my picks, predictions type of deal. And when football starts picking up, I'm also going to be talking about a little bit of foosball. Not too much, because this is the MMA show, but, just a little bit, And honestly, down the line, like let's say I have a crazy day or some shit, I'll even talk about my day, because that shit's kind of fun too, right? But, okay, so I wrote down Blake Bilder versus Kyle Nelson. And the reason why I wrote this down is not for Kyle Nelson. Sorry. I just, the guy's kind of... He's just there. But for this Blake Bilder cat, I watched him in the Contender Series. And I think he has a lot of promise. I think this guy, he's a little bit older for the division, I believe. But nonetheless, he is very skillful. skillful, very powerful, great wrestler. And I think he's going to take Kyle Nelson's head off. If I were to put like a guarantee stamp on any fight, it'd probably be that one out of really any of them, because I just don't really see anything that Kyle Nelson brings to the table, man. I don't like the guy. Like, he's pretty big for the division. Doesn't really have anything that stands out besides like decent wrestling. So this Blake Builder cat, I do see a lot of promise in him. So I believe he's going to get it done probably by KO. If I have to be honest. So Chris Curtis versus Nassourdine Imavov. Nassourdine. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland's been like swapping fight partners. Like, whoever the fuck they fought, they're gonna fight them next, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Kind of funny, kind of weird, right? Right? Like, Sean Strickland fought Jack Hermanson, then Chris Curtis fights Jack Hermanson, then Sean Strickland fights, who did he fight? I'm trying to remember who he fought. Like, Chris Curtis fought. They just keep swapping fucking fighters back and forth. They're like Eskimo brothers. Like the Eskimo brothers of MMA. So this fight is actually a very, very good fight. I am a big fan of this fight. I think Chris Curtis, he was kind of brought in, kind of like whatever, this journeyman type of guy, but really he's been lighting it up. Very solid boxing, very great fundamentals. He's a dog. He's got a great chin. He's got hell of a right. Is he right-handed? I don't know. He's got a hell of a backhand, I should say. Forgot he fights Southpaw Orthodox, but he's he's got really great boxing, great defensive wrestling as well, I should say. And Nassourdine, I think where he really shines is having that bigger octagon and having all that space to operate and to move around and shit. And I was kind of worried for Sean Strickland in the Imavov fight when he fought Imavov, because this guy is Imavov guy, really slick striker, likes to move a lot, solid defense, great power, great timing, great speed, just, a lot of great attributes, especially in the striking realm. He's a good grappler as well, decent. But he kind of tends to slow down a little bit near the end of the fight. I remember when Imavov fought Joaquin Buckley. Buckley was kind of coming on near the end of the third round. He's kind of getting a little sloppy. So, but Sean Strickland does what Sean Strickland always does. He just puts that pace on you, throws that jab, that 1-2, slightly gets out of the way of the punches, has that weird kind of Philly shell style, rolls with the punches, you know what I mean? I'm surprised nobody just beats the shit out of his leg, like kicks the crap out of his legs, you know what I mean? Since he stands so tall and weird. But yeah, Chris Curtis kind of has a similar fighting style to Sean, but kind of different in a way, where Chris Curtis throws a lot of leaping hooks and, kind of jumps into a lot of his shots. Honestly, this is gonna be a barn burner. I think Chris Curtis won his last fight with Kelvin Gastelum. I don't think Kelvin won that fight. It was a dog fight, but I think Chris Curtis landed way more of the cleaner shots. Way more. And I was at a bar watching him fight. It was that Izzy fight. Yeah, Izzy and Baeta fight. That was I remember he fought on that. Yeah, for sure. Chris Curtis won that. But, you never know these fucking judges. Which it shouldn't be like that. But that's just how it is. Like, they could do so much with judging. Like, honestly, I don't think they should be in the arena, like, near the cage. I really don't. I really think they need to be in an isolated room, wearing headphones. The fucking monitor needs to be like 3 inches from their fucking face. Put your phones in the fucking basket. There's no phones, no nothing. When it's time to work, time to work. You're fucking watching the fight full fucking attention. There's no fucking crowd chants. There's no, like, none of that shit. That's what I personally believe. Because it's so crazy how, you know, I've been to a UFC event before. It's totally different when you're there and when you're watching it on TV. Because I feel like when you're watching it on TV, you can really, truly get what's going on. Like, you can see every little detail. Through the fence, you kind of, you know what I mean, different angles. No, on TV, you see everything. And obviously, for the judges, I'd recommend not to have commentary. Not saying that it's biased, but it could kind of lead you to, you know, believe certain things, this and that, whatever. That's what I think. I think that would fix judging 100%. But who the fuck am I? Some fucking wise guy? So, back to Chris Curtis Imavov. I think, man, if I had to pick, I feel like Imavov might have a problem with, like, kind of like the Sean Strickland fight, where he had a problem with a guy in his face and boxing range. I think if you give a guy like Imavov that kicking range, he's going to just piece you up. But you get in his face and you throw that jab and you push the pressure, push the pace, I think Chris Curtis has the advantage there. And I don't think Imavov could take Chris Curtis down. I think Chris Curtis has excellent takedown defense. Nobody's been really able to take him down yet, I don't think. Maybe Jack Hermanson, maybe, for a few seconds. So I got Chris Curtis. I think by decision. I think it's going to go to a decision. All right, next one. We got Marc-Andre Barriault versus ya boy, Eric Anders. I don't really got much to say about this fight, to be honest. I mean, you know, at one point I did see Eric Anders as a potential contender for the belt, but then he kind of just got sloppy and was losing stupid fights he shouldn't have been losing. He's jumping up from 85 to 205, 85 to 205. I just feel like Eric Anders is very one-dimensional. You know, I think his last fight he definitely improved a lot. But in general, I just feel like his whole skill set is really based off of just landing that big right hand. And the elite of the elite, you don't do that with the elite of the elite, you know. You got to be able to be well-rounded, mix it up, switch game plans when it's not working. When your game plan's not working, to switch it up on a drop of a dime. He's tougher than all hell, I'll give him that. But in terms of being the elite of the elite, I just don't see that with him. And Marc-Andre Barriault, same thing. I feel like this guy is definitely a grinder. He's definitely got heart. But in terms of having anything elite that jumps to me, like, wow, this guy's crazy good, I just don't see it. His last fight was with Julian Marquez, and Julian Marquez really just shot himself in the shot himself in the foot, really. In that fight, he just, he really, look at this fucking guy. Yeah, let me go 3 lanes to the right and fucking go all the way to the left. Fucking, you motherfucking jackass. Anyways, Marc-Andre Barriault, yeah, you know, like Julian Marquez fight. Julian Marquez, like I said, shot himself in his own foot. He just swinging crazy, wild, kind of gassed himself out, and then Marc-Andre Barriault was just there to just finish up the job. I mean, this Marc-Andre's got decent wrestling, you know. I mean, his striking is very rudimentary, nothing special there. So if I had to pick a fucking winner for this, I would probably go, I really don't know. I would say I would give it to Eric Anders. I'd give it to him. I think Marc-Andre Barriault is he gets. I think he's easily hittable. So I think he'll get touched up a little bit. So I don't think Eric Anders is that stupid to gas himself out. So I'll give it to Eric Anders. I think I'll do it by I don't see him winning by decision, though. We'll say knockout. Yeah. Say knockout, first round knockout. I'm feeling spicy. Sue me. Now this fight, this is why it's on pay-per-view. Alright? One of the few fights that make it a pay-per-view fight. This fight were to drop out, or the Charles fight were to drop out, instant fight night. We got Dan Ige voices Nate the Train. Nate the Train Landwehr. If you were an authentic native tongue speaker, like I am when it comes to names. His last name, I believe, is fucking German or some shit, or Dutch. Landwehr. Anyways, I don't fucking know. I'm just talking out of my ass. Who cares? It's a show. Yeah, so Dan Ige versus Nate the Train Landwehr. I like saying it like that. What do I have to think about that fight? Needs a second sip. Third sip. I think, in terms of Dan Ige being in the elite of the elite conversation, I believe he'll always have a spot in the top 15. In terms of championships, I think that's been long gone. He definitely had a chance, but he fought Cater, he fought Zombie. He definitely got schooled in both of them. Barboza, I think he lost that fucking Barboza fight. I don't think he won that shit. But he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's got good power. He's got great jiu-jitsu. He's very well rounded. I'll give him that. He's gonna definitely give you a great fight, and he's definitely high level. So that's why he'll always be in the top 15 for sure. Always. Nate the Train, on the other hand, let me tell you something about him. When he got knocked out by Juicy J, Julian Erosa, right? He wasn't really knocked out. It was kind of an early stoppage, but, I guess the ref kind of saved him because he could have still kept fighting, but who knows? Could have maybe taken more damage. You never know. Live to fight another day, right? And I was just kind of like, yeah, this guy, he fought Darren Elkins. He's a fucking scrapper. He's this and that, but I'm like, he doesn't really have, anything that wows me. He doesn't really have a great, crazy skill set or anything like that, right? And then he fought Ludovic Klein. And when he fought Ludovic Klein, this guy completely changed. I mean, I've never seen him, you know what I mean, being able to take him down. And then he locked up that Darce choke like he gets that shit all the time. Like, where the fuck has this been? I didn't think this guy even had this in his arsenal. Then he fought that, I think it was Onama, right? Was it David Onama, that fight? That fight was fucking insane. Like, he was almost out, right? And then he came back, and he was fucking doing this to the crowd, and fucking... the guy's a fucking psychopath in a good way. And that was amazing. That fight was fucking incredible. I was on the phone with my friend while we were watching that fight together. We was watching the fight together. And that shit was... I couldn't even believe what the fuck I've never seen that in my life. That was an insane fight. But looking at it in the technical aspect, he's definitely cleaned up his striking. He definitely knows how to push the pace and use his cardio to an advantage. Like, he definitely has a great gas tank. And he's definitely got that dog in him that you can't teach that. You can't teach heart, you can't teach that. So in terms of him having a championship ceiling, I could see it. I could see it, I could see it, right? This is going to be his first real test with a top 10, top 15 guy, which makes this fight really interesting to watch. Are you going to see, the mainstay guy, the guy who's been in the top 10, top 15 for a little while stay in his place? Or are we going to see the new blood, right? Nate the Train. And I really feel like this is going to be a barn burner. And I kind of, honestly, I wish this was a main event. This could be a main event for a fight night for sure. Take out Cara France and Albazi and put these two in. That would have been perfect. So we'll see. And for my pick for this fight, if I was betting with my wallet, I'd probably bet Dan Ige by decision. But if I'm betting with my gut, my heart, my balls, my fucking balls, I would say Nate the Train by decision. I don't think either guy can get knocked out or finished, but you never know. That's why this fight game's fucking nuts. So, yeah. Take that for what it's worth. Now we got... the people's main event. The real main event. Charles Duronx Oliveira fighting Benil Dariush. Benny. So, here's what's up. Charles is him. And that's final answer. Alright, Amanda Newton. No, I'm just fucking with you. So, I think... I'm just fucking with you, baby. I think when it, let me start with Benil first. I think Benny really surprised me. Okay, when he fought Mateusz Gamrot, I thought that was a bad matchup for Benny. But, man, was I wrong, man. Gamrot, this guy, when he fought Saryukan, I was like, Saryukan, that was an incredible fight. Grappling back and forth, the grappling extravaganza. The type of gas tank you need to fucking wrestle. That fucking long up and down, this and that. Holy shit. I got tired just fucking watching it, right? I'm a fucking fat slob right now. But when he fought Gamrot fought Dariush, I was just like, man, I think Gamrot's gonna take it. He's gonna wrestle him. He's gonna wrestle fuck him, and just put him there and this and that, da-da-da. But boy, was I wrong. Benny, his takedown defense is on point. His jiu-jitsu is obviously super high level. And his striking is extremely great also. You know what I mean? He's not the fastest guy when it comes to striking, but when it comes to the meat and potatoes, he's very well learned. He's very effective with that. And man, when he knocked down Gamrot, I was just like, geez, man. He really just shut down Gamrot, really. Gamrot was kind of coming in there with a singular game plan of just trying to take Dariush down. And plus, Gamrot kind of needs to work on his striking a little bit more and learn to trust his hands more. I feel like he can't fucking see in there. Like, you see his fucking glasses, this shit looks like binoculars, so I feel like once he gets that fixed, it'll be a lot better. But when it comes to Charles and Benny, Charles' last fight was with Islam, and I feel like Charles didn't fucking show up. I really didn't feel like he showed up in that fight. I really don't, man. I think, I really feel like he felt kind of rushed in there. I really feel like he was kind of like sloppy. I felt like he had this really stupid game plan of pulling guard, and like, why would you give guard, pull this guy into your guard, a guy in Islam whose whole fucking career is being on top. That's his whole career. He likes to be on top. I don't care how amazing you are in jiu-jitsu. If you have a guy from Dagestan who likes to be on top, you're not going to do nothing there. Right? Maybe you might catch him in a guillotine like Poirier did Poirier with Khabib. That was really close. A lot of people don't realize how fucking close that shit was. That could happen, but I feel like Charles didn't really have a great game plan coming into that. I was very brokenhearted, when he lost. I fucking, I was about to jump off a bridge, JK. But no, I was really sad because I just felt like, man, what the fuck was that, bro? What'd you do? What was that for? It's just like telling everybody, hey, guys, everybody, come to my concert. Seriously, no, it's going to be great. I've been rehearsing this song. It's going to be so much fun. Like, trust me, it's going to be the greatest concert ever, man. It's going to be the best. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your fucking uncle, your other uncle that you don't talk too much because you know why, and like your fucking aunt, your ex-girlfriend, your fucking grandma, your grandpa who's dead but somehow came back to life to watch you, all come to see you And instead of playing your song that you performed, that you've been fucking working on for 3 months, you decide to go in the middle of the stage, take your pants off, and take a big ass shit. And that's what the fuck Charles did. He shat on my heart, on my tiny little heart. He shat on it. So I really hope he doesn't fucking shit on my heart this time. All right. And so yeah, I really hope that the Charles that fought like Michael Chandler, when his striking was just fucking on point. You know, when he fought Poirier, when he fought Gaethje, you know, even before that, you know, when he was just on that run, just, you know, him being aggressive in your face, but at the same time being technically sound. Like when he threw that left hook with Chandler, that was just money. That was beautiful, right? That was just picture perfect, right? So, you know, when I take a look at this fight, it just all depends on Charles showing up, because I feel like Charles has the better striking of the two. I feel like Charles has the better jiu-jitsu out of the two. I feel like Benny can definitely match him in the jiu-jitsu department. But, you know, like let's say if Benny were to get Charles back, would I be worried? No. If Charles got Benny's back, would I be worried for Benny? Yeah. So I would put it in those terms. I feel like Benny has better wrestling than Charles. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Benny try to take Charles down and try to grind him out that way and make Charles play guard. But we'll see. I really feel like this fight really depends on what Charles shows up. Because if it was that Charles that showed up with Islam and he's just reckless and being an idiot, then we're really in for it now. We're really in for it now. I'd be really fucking pissed off and he'd shit on my heart once again. So I really hope that doesn't happen. So my official prediction, how I see this fight going, you know what? I'm going to say Charles by knockout. I think he's going to fucking come back and he's going to be like, hey, I want my fucking belt back, bitch. Right? So Charles by KO. KO round 3. Yeah, it's going to be a fucking slobber knocker. You get knocked down. You just a good old fashioned fucking get down. Get down, get down, get down, get doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyways, for the main event, you got Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana. You know what? Here's what's up. I am not fully convinced that Amanda is back. I said it. There you go. I said it. Yeah. You know, she knocked down Juliana Pena 3 times. Oh my God. Oh, the queen of the jungle's back. Oh, she's back. She's the GOAT. No. I feel like Pena definitely came into that fight extremely stupid. Horrible game plan. And Amanda was able to cruise. The first fight with Pena and Amanda, Pena was pushing the pace, grappling real great, making Amanda very uncomfortable. And whenever Amanda gets extremely uncomfortable in there, that's when she starts to break. When things aren't going her way, she starts to break. And I definitely feel like that's what's going to happen with Irene. Now, Irene definitely made me look super stupid when she fought Holly Holm, because oh my God, you should have heard me. I was acting like a fucking fool. I'm like, Holly Holm, she's a fucking grandma, senior citizen, geriatric patient. Irene is gonna fucking knock her block off, da 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 da. And what do you know, Holly Holm is like found the fountain of youth or some shit, the fucking Ponce de Leon swag. Toyed with her, made her look stupid on that main event. I remember that. That was a while back, you know. Irene definitely has improved a lot. And I feel like when I'm breaking down this fight, I definitely see Irene matching Amanda's power. And I remember when Amanda fought Germaine de Randamie, I remember Germaine kind of did the same thing where she kind of stood her ground with the Dukes. And Amanda was not liking it. And so was taking Jermaine down a lot. And that's how she won that fight, was taking her down. And I feel like Amanda's going to have to really, battle when it comes to not breaking in there. Because I'm telling you right now, it's fucking Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, right now, 1:44 in the morning, as we speak. Right now, I'm telling you, Irene is going to pump that jab in her face. She's not going to like it. And I'm telling you, the more strikes that Irene lands clean, more and more Amanda's going to start to break and start to chip away. So I definitely think, as long as the bright lights don't get to Irene, I feel like she's gonna do it. I think she's gonna knock out Amanda Nunes. I said it. Brandon Moreno, Mexico. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. What's her name? Alexa Grasso, Mexico. Okay, that's 2. Okay. Yario Rodriguez, that's 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You're going to get Irene Aldana, 4. Okay, 4. It's going to be 4. Something's in the air. Mexico MMA is going to be fucking popping. All right? And I feel like Amanda, I feel like she's been there, done that. I feel like, I don't know, to me, I just feel like she's just kind of like, whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, that's kind of stupid of me to say, because she's the greatest of all time in terms of women's MMA, which I believe. I think I'd give her that for sure, I think at one point I would have argued Valentina. I think I still would. I think I still do. I think Valentina's still up there. I think it's neck and neck, her and Amanda. But, yeah, I feel like I said, I really feel like one of Amanda's glaring weaknesses is when things aren't going her way, she's going to start to break. And as long as Irene keeps her head straight, the lights don't get to her, she doesn't do anything stupid, and really pumps that jab out, starts hitting her with some solid boxing, gets in her face, and as long as she doesn't let Amanda take her down, because that's going to be Amanda's scapegoat for this fight. If she can do what she did to Jermaine, to Irene, I really think that, that will save Amanda Nunes if she can, wrestle herself out of some bad situations. So we'll see. I think it's going to be a solid fight. So my official prediction, Aldana by fucking KO. That's what I think. This is going to be a great fight night. I think it's going to be a great, card. I'm very excited. But obviously Charles is, going to actually leaving my house. So so that's my picks, predictions, all that garbage. Slowly but surely working on my official setup where it's going to be super tight. Can't wait. And I'm glad that you guys are watching this. I appreciate it very much. And can't wait to post my predictions Saturday night. I can't wait. Let's see if I if any of my shit is correct. If I nailed any to the head. The Alex Caceres one, that was close. I told you he was going to knock me. He almost did. So we'll see if I can get one a nail on the head. So we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. And later.